There was a day I used to wait for, not a special day, not a date on a calendar, just one day, the kind of day people talk about, when they don't know how to survive the present. One day things will make sense. One day it won't hurt this much. One day I'll finally feel like myself again. I believed in that day. I held on to it, the way tired people hold on to hope, quietly, desperately, without telling anyone how heavy it feels. I told myself this pain was temporary, that this exhaustion had an expiration date. I said, it's okay to suffer now. One day will be better. So I stayed, longer than I should have. I endured things I shouldn't have normalized. I accepted silence. I accepted being overlooked. I accepted being strong when I was already empty, all because of one day. I postponed rest. I postponed happiness. I postponed myself. Because not now, not yet. One day, but time doesn't wait. For people who are trying to survive, days passed quietly. Weeks blurred together. Years moved without asking if I was ready. And somewhere along the way, I stopped counting. I didn't notice the moment. Hope turned into habit. I didn't notice. When waiting became my lifestyle, I was still saying one day, even when my body was already tired of believing. It didn't happen all at once. There was no dramatic moment, no breaking point, just a quiet realization. One ordinary day. That day I woke up and felt the same weight, the same heaviness, the same dull ache that never fully leaves. And I thought, this was supposed to be different by now. That's when it hit me. One day never came. There's a strange grief in realizing you waited for something that was never real, not because you were naive, but because you were human, because you needed something to believe in when everything felt unbearable. I didn't wait for miracles. I didn't wait for perfection. I just wanted a day where breathing didn't feel like work, a day where I didn't have to convince myself that everything was fine, a day where I wasn't constantly holding myself together. But that day never arrived. What came instead was fatigue, the kind you can't sleep off. What came was emotional numbness, the kind that makes joy feel distant. What came was survival mode, efficient, quiet, exhausting. I learned how to function. I learned how to smile at the right moments. I learned how to say, I'm okay, without feeling anything behind it. And people believed me because I looked fine, because I kept going, because I never stopped. Sometimes I wonder if I was foolish for waiting so long, if I should have left earlier, spoken sooner, chosen myself faster. But then I remember I didn't wait because I was weak. I waited because I hoped. And hope is not stupidity. Hope is what people cling to. When they don't have better options, I did what I could with the strength I had at the time. The hardest part was accepting that no one was coming. No moment would suddenly save me. No future version of life would magically fix everything. Life wasn't planning to pause until I felt ready. And that truth hurt. Not because it was cruel, but because it was honest. I am still here, not healed, not broken, just here, breathing, moving, existing between what I hoped for and what actually happened. I no longer wait for one day. I don't promise myself things will improve. I don't tell myself it will all make sense. I just allow today to be what it is: heavy, quiet, unresolved. There is a strange peace in stopping the wait. A soft sadness, yes, but also relief, because I'm no longer living for a future that may never arrive. I am no longer postponing myself, even if nothing changes. At least I'm honest now. One day never came, but I did. I arrived here with all my tiredness, all my unanswered questions, all my unfinished healing, and maybe that's enough for now. Not hope, not despair, just presence, just lingering.